Artists getting paid royalties, it's an international issue in the sense that it's common for artists not to be paid royalties, including here in the U.S., or not to always be paid accurate royalties. So it's a fundamental concern for artists and for creators.
It's not just underdeveloped third world countries.
Not just
it happens in even the developed countries that have the convenience of statistics and everything else.
Correct. But in terms of international treatment of our copyrights through the World Trade Organization, we are able at least to, we have a special trade representative who issues a report for nations that we think are not respecting or enforcing our copyrights. And that's not uncommon for us to, to have our special trade representative complain about treatment of our copyrights in other nations, because we hear much more today about internet piracy, about file sharing, but so-called traditional piracy has been going on a long time, not just in the U.S., but of our copyrights and intellectual property works overseas. It's been a worldwide issue for a long time. We're a major exporter of intellectual property. That's one of our top industries. It has been for the last few years now. That's the good news. The bad news is that as our intellectual property, our copyrights have become of greater interest to the world, that has also caused the increase in piracy, the desire to get our products, licensed or otherwise. China's interesting because there isn't a great tradition of copyright enforcement in China, but there's and there's a lot of, a majority of the music that's purchased there, let's say brick and mortar CDs, are really pirated copies. But in the digital age, we're seeing in China the growth of the mobile music industry through cell phones. So we are starting to see an economic base for copyrights grow in China. And what that means for the future of traditional CDs, or what's left of the CD market being pirated, remains to be seen. But certainly it's a long way to go. China, Russia, there are actually a number of countries in which this occurs.